Welcome to your weekly Earth Tribe report. This is the Peace Dealer, and this video is for Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. If you have your rising and moon sign, this will also be accurate for you too. Please comment below if you have your rising and moon, how accurate it is for you as well. The card we have for the whole tribe is the Four of Cups, which urges you to emotionally withdraw and contemplate. Although I feel you've spent a large amount of time really trying to understand how you feel. But this week is really going to be more you putting up hypothetical scenarios together in your mind and seeing how you'll feel about them. It's a really boring energy. I'm not even going to front. But even though it seems boring on the outset, the cards you have for this week are quite glorious. So as you could see, this is going to be a very jam-packed, life-changing week in the sense that it's going to be very fulfilling. Bring your attention to these two right here. This is talking about the next step for you, what you're walking into this week with, and what you end, the week off with. I remember a week where we kind of pulled this for you, but in a different way. The sun was actually in the future, but you're moving past that now. This is all coming from a major decision, and this is really just all this Libra energy, but you're going to have to make a major decision this week on who you are and what your actions are set to be. All that, Yoda BS. I'm sorry, that's not really true. But let's direct your attention back here, because this is very simple. Like, what have you been desiring? What's the first thing that came to your heart? If I say who's your soulmate, what's the first thing? Who's the first person that comes to your heart without even like thinking? If you had to think, you don't know who your soulmate is, that's great. If you had to think about what you want, you don't know what you desire, that's great. This week you're going to be deciding on what it is you truly desire, because as you can see, like, this is literally going to be handed to you, and that has a lot to do with you standing up for yourself. These are the wands of criticism, you know what I mean? But you're gonna be standing up for what you believe, and letting people know what's good. And what you're gonna understand about this week with the moon is that silence in the beginning was on purpose. Like, it's that you're letting go of the sun, which is very expressive. The happiness that you can now let go and not control trying to experience, because now you're gonna be working and understanding your subconscious and soul like never before. But be very aware of making sure you don't see what only you want to see. You might have to as you contemplate, but it's very confusing and irrational. You can get lost, but you won't, because you're gonna get everything you ever wanted. Taurus, the Strength card, is speaking of you being able to dig in your inner potential, your inner courage, and really feel the fires of love. It's a really awesome card. So this is going to be an awesome week. Virgo, this is not going to be pretty. You're Because you're going to experience this rather powerfully, things are just gonna break off. This is the kind of the energy where you might be trying to tell someone, like a friend, like, oh, I won the lottery. But before you tell them, the friend is like, oh yeah, I just wanted to say I'm not gonna be friends with you anymore, and I don't really like you. You know what I mean? You get rejected in some way, and then it's like, oh wow, thank God they showed their true colors before all this came in, and they could beat you. Capricorn, we have the Knight of Pentacles for you, which is basically just talking about, uh actually, I think this is the presence of an actual person in your life that's very consistent, very practical, very boring, but very reliable. Kind of like you. and they're going to really help uh you progress throughout the week and really gain the most. I think this is a underlying story of the Earth Tribe. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this weekly report. And until next week.